Todoroki was so cute eating his cold soba, even though you despised him for eating it cold freaking soba. It was still cute how he slurped up his noodles, fawning over him in your head. You've decided just recently it's not the same thing as doing it in real life, meaning it is okay to fawn over him and flirt with him and have very adorably romantic scenarios about him in your head. Wait, what the hell were you saying? You absolutely were not going to think about Todoroki in a romantic way, because you did not like him like that. You didn't. You inhaled a breath slowly and exhaled with the same speed. At this time, Todoroki, with his head so close to his bowl, you were surprised his hair wasn't in the brothel, looked over at you and caught you off guard. With his cheeks filled up like a squirrel, he smiled at you, and you almost fell off your stool with laughter. He looked like a chipmunk as he swallowed the noodles in his mouth. He looked up, his face back to his signature stoicism that you have now defined as Shiroki syndrome, aligning his last and the first name together. Gave you the perfect name for it. He tilted his head to the side in another Shiroki syndrome-like manner. Is something wrong? You keep staring at me. No, sorry. You looked away, unbeknownst to you, of the reasoning your heart skipped a beat just now. Really? He leans his head in. To others, it might seem as if Todoroki was suggesting something, when in fact he was, but not in the way they would think. Another effect of the Shiroki syndrome. You blinked quickly, as if something were in your eyes. Yes? Oh shit. Did your voice really just do that? Did it really just crack on you? You wanted to cry, to die, to fade into the abyss. Jesus, where was Katsuki when you needed him the most? Todoroki eyed you down for a moment, before sitting back down in his chair. You watched him carefully, at a far and safe distance away. It took you a moment to identify what the small quiver of his lip meant, but that didn't mean you were eased into the realization that the tiny tremor of Todoroki's lip was him holding back a smile. That was him playing coy. So Todoroki wasn't as emotionless as he came off to be. You jerked your head to the opposite side of his and huffed. You knew what you were doing, didn't you? You couldn't see him, that you heard him losing the battle of keeping that indifferent, playful smile from spreading across his lips as he said, I'm stoic, not clueless. Well, apparently not, you thought, both embarrassed and a little bit annoyed. You fought your inner self to keep the redness in your cheeks at bay. But you were afraid you had lost the battle long ago. So, tell me something, you said, fiddling with your noodles. Do you hate my brother? A small tiny gasp escaped his lips, a ghostly thing, but still alive. No. You turn your head to look at him in the eyes, but your eyes travel down to his lips as soon as they landed. I don't. For the love of the Greek gods, you are going to faint. No doubt about it now. How could one person be so cute when saying something so damn serious? Okay. You cleared your throat a second time to clear the air and hopefully help calm yourself down. It worked a little. That's good to know. Why did you ask? Did he say something about me? Todoroki's eyes burned with something a lot similar to anger. A small flare came up on his left side, a small thing that had caught on his hair. You gasped, and so did he. He grabbed the same strand he was playing with earlier and put out the flame. Sorry. He looked back down at his hands. You couldn't help but stare at him serenely. It's fine, Todoroki. You waved awkwardly. But does that always happen? Needless to say, you were stunned, but also astounded. Todoroki's quirk was both fire and ice. Yes, you learned this at the sports festival. However, he didn't seem to want to use his fire side for some reason, and you drew from this encounter that it was because he could not fully yet control his left side, which is why he didn't use it on your brother during their fight. Nodding your head decisively, you look back at Todoroki and say, Katsuki didn't say anything mean, I promise. Watching Todoroki's eyes form a conclusion makes you feel all the better about what you say next. Smiling to yourself at the admiration you hold for your brother, you say, "He sees you as a worthy opponent, that's all." Todoroki hums in response. At least, that's what you think it is, because he doesn't say anything else after that. You finish up your bowl of soba and ask for a refill of water. Asuna wastes no time in retrieving it for you. After thanking her, she asks if you want anything else. You say no, but Todoroki, "Can I have a banana sundae?" "Sure, I'll add it." She smiles as if she's the one who had just requested the dessert. You turn to him as Asuna removes your dirty dishes. His face is still stone cold. At least you would be thinking that, had you been anyone else in the restaurant, watching him from a distance, never having ever truly spoken to him, which you weren't. Instead, you thought, "I didn't know Todoroki liked banana sundaes. He always seems to be training, what with Katsuki's complaining, and come to think of it," your eyes roll over to his physique. He did look a little more buffed out since the last time I saw him. Does he really train that hard? "Why in? Hello." Todoroki waves a hand in front of you, his gaze falling on yours. You blink a few times, pulling yourself from the trance you had been in. "What?" You shake your head, bringing your palm to your temple. "Sorry, Todoroki. Did you say something?" He watched you, hands falling to his side as he made an O shape with his lips. The gesture reminded you too much of when his cheeks were full, like chipmunks. You smiled without thinking. You spaced out a bit. What were you thinking about? Making you scream internally, you looked away to compose yourself because you couldn't very well just tell him that you were examining and comparing him or his muscles to the last time you saw him. No, that would just be weird. You laughed nervously. Turning back, you go to speak, but Todoroki advances on Asuna before you could. Asuna had brought back his dessert. She smiled once again and left you two alone, giving Todoroki less than enough time to start eating the sundae. "You know, you remind me a lot of my classmate. He spaces out a lot," Todoroki says in between bites, inappropriately aware of how disrespectful it is to do so. You want to say something, but you don't want to be rude. It's Todoroki after all. It's not his fault he's like this. However, your face flushes as you remember Todoroki leaning over you, knowing exactly what he was doing and admitting to it. Shutting your eyes tightly as if the image would just go away like that, Todoroki continues. "His name is Midoriya, and for some reason, I think you guys would get along, although..." He stops eating to look at you, his earlier expression somehow darker now, the air around you chilled to the bone. You gulp, eyeing Todoroki. "If you meet Midoriya, and you do get along," you nod, as if it'll help with a situation you have no idea why you're in the first place. "You can't become closer to him than you are to me, okay?" Oh my fucking god, he did not just say that! You think dying of embarrassment would be way less embarrassing than hearing him say that one more time, with a straight face. You burst into tears, trying to calm yourself. Todoroki puts his hand out to keep you steady on the stool, but it doesn't seem to be working because you bat his hands away. Okay. You breathe, hearing Todoroki in the background saying, "Ryan, what's wrong? This isn't funny, I'm serious." You bat him off some more. "I know." You gasp for air. "I know you are." And it just made it all the more funnier because of how straightforward and dead serious he was about it. "Should I walk you home?" Todoroki asks as you follow him out the soba restaurant. "No, it's fine." You smile, looking up at the sky. "It's really not a problem. Besides, I'm older. I should take responsibility. I would feel bad if I let you go by yourself and something bad happened to you." You bonk him on the head, carrying this rambling that seems to be contagious. "You ramble a lot, you know. If Deku rubbed off on Todoroki anymore, you were afraid of Katsuki's anger management problems. They might spiral out of control twice as much. Todoroki's face was worth risking your brother's wrath, though. It's just so cute, and you find that you're fine with it. Fine with being Todoroki's friend, even though your brother specifically forbade it. Fine with being Todoroki's friend, even though it means you'll never be more than that. You're fine with being Todoroki's friend because it means that you'll always be close to him. You'll always get to see the silly faces he makes when he doesn't quite understand something, or the idiotic things that make him so cute. You'll always be by his side, as a friend, and you're okay with that. Come on, let's take a picture. With your phone or mine? Mine! I'll send it to you later, so stop being such a dork. Smiling, the flash goes off, and the moment you accept your fate is captured with a single click of a button.